Why do you think sales is late to the game in this innovation, consumption of data? To your earlier point, it feels like the buyer has outpaced the seller. You know, if we went back in history, John Patterson, 1885, the cash register, that motion, do some discovery, do a demo, go forward and talk about the features, advantages, and benefits of the cash register, largely unchanged in 130 years.
Sales is always a very, very good test case for any kind of significant change in an organization. And the reason is that because customer acquisition is so abidingly central to any for-profit business, whenever buying or selling changes, there are ripple effects throughout the rest of the organization. Second reason I already mentioned, incentive systems don't necessarily make these distinctions. And the third reason, and again, this is where I think tools to help diagnose and articulate joint value are so important. You can pay people on volume, but if you're going to do that, you better have very good lead qualification criteria. And many companies do not. They simply do not. They leave it up to an ad hoc process. And the CRM system is the result of that ad hoc process. So again, I think there are systemic reasons why, to your point, sales is late to the game, but I also think that's changing because of the data revolution. If you look at these so-called data analytics groups that are burgeoning throughout industry, if you look at many sales ops groups, sales operations groups, those are the people that are the keepers and analyzers of the data. There was a recent survey, about 50% of them report up through the finance function in companies, not sales. Finance gets all this data, and two things tend to happen. The first thing is they go, whoa, we really had no idea on a fully burdened cost basis how much money we were spending there. And the second thing is finance people are annoying. They tend to ask questions about the data. They're suddenly talking to sales VPs and sales managers and say, why do you allocate this much money here? I don't see any positive net present value there. And this is a big thing affecting careers in sales. Increasingly, they need to have answers that go beyond top-line motion. They've got to understand return on capital, opportunity costs, etc. And look, I love sales, but many of these people simply are not that financially literate.